Alright, hey guys, this is Marvel's TCG. The July 2021 ban list just came out, and we wanted to do a deck profile for Raidraptors. So I'm just going to start right away with the main deck. And we run 3 copies of Vanishing Lanius. This card's really good. It's just a good combo starter. You want it in your opening hand, and it's a soft once per turn, so you could, like, if you have multiple copies in your hand, then they're not dead. And Tribulanius, really good. You can sack the Mimicry Lanius with this. It's a good way to search out different cards that you need depending on the situation. It also combos well with Vanishing Lanius. Strangle Lanius, if you guys are like familiar with Black Wings, it's kind of like that, where if you control one, you can special summon it. And it does lock you into Dark Monsters though, so just be aware of that if you do run Infinity, which I do. So it just means you have to be more aware when you're doing your combos. And Raider's Wing, really good card that can special summon. It's kind of like Strangleanius, but it does require you to have a Exceed monster, so you can like sack an Exceed material to special summon it from the grave or your hand. But it also counts as a Phantom Knight, so it has a lot of multiple uses for it. And here's Painlanius, same thing as these guys. The only thing is you lose health depending on the attack or defense that it's copying. So if it's copying him, you can't really do a Raider's Wing because it's actually interesting to know, but Painlanius can't copy Raider's Wing because the lowest value Raider's Wing has is 0, and that doesn't count. You actually have to take damage for it. So I didn't know that when I first started out, but yeah. Here's Mimicry Lanius. You only need 2 copies of it. It's really it can be dead in your hand a lot, but it's a good thing to sack with Tribulanius, and it's a good card, and you can search out like cards you need. But yeah, definitely not. You don't want it in your opening hand. Here's 2 Heal Eagles. So this is a level 3 Raidraptor, which means you can't really exceed with it. The only thing you really do with it is Link Summon. Still a really good card, and it's like these where you can special summon from your hand. It's a good card. Just remember that, like, to save up these guys to exceed after, and then use this for the link. And here I have 1 single Lanius. This is a good card to search out with Force Strix. If you search it out, you can special summon it, and then go for the link right away. And here I have 1 copy of Necrovulture. Necrovulture is it's a good card, kind of dead a lot, but you can, like, that's why you run 1 copy, and you can use it to sacrifice it to pick up a rank up magic in your grave. It's a good card, just not like too useful, but it comes in handy. Zephyros, pretty good. You can search it with Force Strix, and if you can manage to get this in the grave, it could just get your combos going a lot faster, especially with Raidraptor Nest. And here is the Phantom Knight of Silent Boots, so that's part of the Phantom Knight engine. Really good card. It comes in handy because it can special summon with if you control a Phantom Knight, and since this is a Phantom Knight, that is a unique interaction you can get with it. So you can actually use that to summon Bardiche a lot. And then once it's in the grave, it gets a lot of utility. And as for hand traps, we have 3 Ghost Ogres. It's pretty good. It just pops it. It's just a card that pops it. It's not like crazy or anything, but I think it gets a lot of use out of it. And then Effect Veiler, I just like just negating them, and it's a good card to have in my hand. And as for that's pretty much it for the monsters. Okay, now for the spells, I'm just gonna start right away with the rank up magics. So here's 2 rank up magic force. This is the best like rank up magic that you're gonna be using. It's really good. It's versatile. Like, it's not like a set number. Just banish the amount of dark monsters you have in your grave, and you could just rank them to that number. It comes in handy a lot. So you're definitely gonna want this in your hand, or you're gonna want to search it out with Silent Boots or with the Bardiche. And here's the rank of magic launch. It's not like as good as the rank of magic force, but it's crazy just because it gives you access to what's his name, the rank 8 Yugioh. It gives you access to him, and Yugioh is just like an unfair card. And if you guys want to see like the combo for that, there's an insane combo that I can do for that if you guys want to see it. Soul Shade Force, that's your way to get Infinity. It's also it can also like come in clutch a lot. It's just a cool like it's just a good thing to have in your hand if you want to use it in your starter hand just to have infinity and hopefully lock out the game, or keep it and for later in the game. Skip Force, not as good as it used to be. This used to be a 3 of. It just ranks up by 2, and then you can like bring back one of your Raidraptors Exceed from the grave. It's still really useful, and I like having it in my deck. It's really good when it's in the grave too, just because if I lose one of my Raidraptor Exceeds, I could just bring one back, especially if it's like Ultimate Falcon. Here's Raidraptor Nest. It's like I always think of it like kind of as the worst, or not worst, but just not as good as Black Whirlwind, just because you can't use it like over and over. It's a hard once per turn by name, so it's still good because you can search it out with Mimicry. So if you get Tribulanius, so a pretty good combo is like Vanishing, and then Vanishing Lanius summon Tribute, send Mimicry search out Nest, and then from there you can go on. So yeah, pretty good. Now as for the 1-ups, I run Foolish Burial. Good way to sack Zephyros or Mimicry. Just a good card to have. Definitely has utility. You can also use sack Raider's Wing with it. And then Monster Reborn. Really good. Pretty much everything you can revive. It's not like cannot be special summoned from the grave, or no like special text like that. So you can pretty much bring everything back and then combo with it. Called by the Grave. This is a combo deck, so you're gonna want to have this. You don't want to get Ash Blossomed or any real hand trap. Sadly, it's just that one still, so nothing crazy. Hopefully you get this in your opening hand, and then you're safe to do whatever you want, and you're probably gonna win that game if you have like a really good opening hand. Regeki, just pop monsters. It's good to have. If you go second, you just want to get rid of that board, or at least make them use something to, on that card, so you can continue your combos. And let's see, I run for the traps. I have Fogblade. Fogblade is really good. Just it's a Fiendish Chain basically. Really good way to negate. Good card. You can search it out too with Bardiche or the other Phantom Knight. So yeah, I like those. And then 2 Phantom Knight of Shade Brigandine. Really good card. Since it's a dark level 4, you can Exceed with it, you can link with it. A lot of utility, and it's just a really good trap to have. Now as for the extra deck, I run 1 Y-Strix. Y-Strix is really good. It's just a good... You're going to want this a lot to start out your combos. It's an integral piece, and I'm glad they added it. Yeah, and then you're usually just going to summon Y-Strix, and then like after using its ability to get a rank of magic, you're going to go into Bardiche. Bardiche sets up your play, so you can get like the sword, or your sword on your spell and trap zone, or Shade Brigandine if you want to send if you want to special summon the other extra deck monster that I'm gonna show later. And then 4 Strix, really good. That's the integral one. It's a big part of Raidraptors, and it just searches out. It's a soft once per turn, so you can just do it over and over if you keep on summoning it. Some people run 3 copies. I think this deck has a really good extra deck, so I just like cut out one of them just to have extra space. Same thing with White Strix. I only see him just summon it once, because usually like either win or lose by the like first 3 turns, and I usually don't get another chance to summon it. It's a good option though if you do want to have another one. Another one of either of these is really good. It just depends on how you play. Revolution Falcon doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, it's pretty nice. And I guess same thing with Air Raid. Just a good way to, like, if it gets popped, you get a Revolution Falcon. Arsenal Falcon. This card is really good. Rank 7. Rank of Magic Force can go into it, and you get a free special summon, and you can use that to Exceed again, and then get like the Time Thief Redoer, or eventually you're gonna get rid of it to get into your Kali Yuga. Satellite Falcon. It's a Harpy's Feather Duster that they can't react to. It's really good. You can also like lower their attack. It doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, it's a really nice card to have. Ultimate Falcon. It's just not unaffected by anything. It's just one of those cool cards to have. You actually like don't go into it as much, even if you're able to, you don't really want to, just because it's really cool to have that it's immune to everything. But sometimes it does feel like it's a little too passive, and people can just go over it because they can still die from battle, and people usually have a way to do that. But if they can't, then yeah, you just sit on it and they can't do anything. Dark Rebellion. It's just there so that you can run Dark Requiem and Arc Rebellion. You know, once in case like it's your turn, if you want to like try to finish them off, you just negate everything and just attack. And then the other ones, if it's their turn, you have like multiple monster negates, and then you'll probably have other cards for them to deal with too, like Infinity, and that's just through Soul Shade Force. This is the only light monster you have in the deck, so just make sure, like I said earlier, if you're gonna lock yourself into dark monsters, to make sure to summon this beforehand. Time Thief Redoer, really good card, especially with Shade Brigandine. It's just a reoccurring. You just get recurring use out of it. It can bounce itself back, and it can just bounce something else back, and it's just really nice to have. And then Kali Yuga, really good card. It just stops your opponent from playing the game. A little toxic, but it's pretty easy to summon too. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, that was my Raidraptor July 2021 ban list, or Raidraptor deck profile post July 2021 ban list. If you want to see other deck profiles or combos or duels, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.